Okay. I'm trying.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Time right every time now?
Can they see us?
Getting better. No, Varso, you are still offline. You can say whatever you want to say.
Whoa.
Man, I hate carrots, dang.
The go-to.
It would be
okay.
so bad if everyone heard.
Oh, this is awkward. I lied. Okay. One of the things that I wanted to do at the end of last session, so I'm going to call it out right here, which is prior to even exiting the taxi or whatever car that like brought us here, upon seeing like the destruction and the building is just like completely destroyed, right?
It's not leveled like a missile hit it or anything, but it has clearly been attacked in some form or fashion. There's like pieces of walls missing, all of the glass has been blown out, that kind of thing.
Okay. I guess as we're pulling up, I want to talk to the driver, and I just want to ask them, like, do you know what happened here?
And you see him kind of look back. No? Is this where you want to go?
It was, but it's fine. Just drop us off here. I'll have him, like, drop us off, like a block or, like, not directly across from it, but, you know.
For sure.
Okay. I just wanted to know if it's like, oh, yeah, this thing has been destroyed for, like, a week now. There was an attack last week. I don't know.
No, I mean, I should say there's probably like remnants of smoke coming up saying that it clearly happened recently.
Okay.
As Jonathan turned into a giant Tetsu approaches, like, does it look like, are there people actively moving about, like, just recovering? Does it look like it's held, or like, like, does it look occupied by survivors, or is it kind of cleared out?
Everyone go ahead and give me a perception check as you all kind of pull up here.
Are we pulled up as well? I know we came a little bit later, so...
Yeah, we're going to say you're all kind of... This is like... I think I said you guys pulled up maybe a minute later, so we're just going to say everyone's there.
20.
25. Man, I'm awesome.
Damn it, Len. Give
Dr.
me
Lynn's
one
OP.
roll.
Ooh, there we go. Crit with...
Oh, 24 with a nat
Ooh,
20.
natty. Oh, but it's okay. I got a nat 1 for you.
Yeah.
Balance.
Perfect.
Balance.
I just suddenly get hit by like a wave of nausea from the radiation. Got real distracted.
You
there.
drop dead.
Is that what tires feel like?
Okay. Looking around, Dr. Lin, Moat, and Tetsu. You guys all... Everyone else, you can see the normal damage and everything. Dr. Lin, Moat, and Tetsu, you guys see that this building, something has very clearly happened recently. Like, probably, you guess, within the last 2 hours, but not within the last 30 minutes, because as you're glancing around, there is no one here, like, at all. Like, there's no people walking around. It looks like the area has been relatively cleared out. So whatever it was big enough to clear the area and warrant people staying away. And yeah, that's about all you can see from the road.
But there's
Is
no,
there,
like,
like,
police
security?
presence. Yeah.
Yeah, is
There is no police present.
Is there sirens like
Do you
in the
have-
background or like no potential?
Nope. So what you guys know about Leovara, I said when you landed here, is that there are people called the stewards. They're basically these like relatively strong military force, and they're supposed to be like on call, but they're for the planet of Leovara, the moon, and everything. And for the most part, they respond to super serious stuff. You assume this would warrant super serious stuff, but they don't have stations set up everywhere like a bunch of police stations. Like, they operate out of one building.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, so
Kind of
it's
like,
not totally off, like weird that there isn't anybody.
No.
Before we go in, as part of that perception check, can I make a weaponsmith check to like see if I can just pick out like what type of ordnance this was? Like, was this a hit squad that like came in there? Was this like a big tank that rolled in?
Blast marks this precise can only mean one thing. Imperial
Yeah.
stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a weaponsmith check.
11. Boo.
Yeah, you cannot tell. From what you can tell, you don't think that it was any sort of major missiles or anything. Like I said, like the whole building would be leveled at that point. Like you only see a few holes in the wall.
Got ya.
Blah blah blah.
Got ya.
I have a secondary question. I know I rolled a lovely natty 1 on my perception check on the building, but we're all kind of coming together here, meeting up again. Obviously, I'm concerned about the black box where Moat's there. Can I notice instead be super distracted by the fact that there's a weirdly bundled up Moat with a face mask in his hand?
Probably, yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. Like maybe that's why you rolled your nat 1. Like I think it would be very hard to not see that.
Right.
And to be very, I guess, clear about what Moat is doing, they're holding the mask kind of clutched up against their like
Hug.
chest, just holding it very, very closely, and it's part of it's like partly this is my precious, and partly it's precious cargo
Right.
that
right,
they're
right.
carrying.
I'm gonna just like Ninal is with me, so I'm gonna like once we're with everybody, I'm gonna like just kind of like make sure she's with Tetsu or somebody, and I'm just gonna go up to Moat, and I just kind of like look down at you, and I'm gonna kind of like kneel so closer to your height and be like, Moat, are you all right? Is the black box all right? I'm trying to get a look at your face.
Moat. The cloak is definitely covering majority. I think you'd be able to definitely see if you're actively looking for Moat's face. You definitely see the two bug-eyed, beady black balls that are eyes on their face, and the generally expressionless and featureless face underneath. Moat just kind of looks down at the mask and holds it out and kind of open a little bit so that you can see the black box, which is just resting comfortably inside. Like Moat has taken the straps that typically hold, or the strapping unit that typically holds it to the back of their head, and just has tightened it so that the box is secured inside. Yeah,
Seatbelted it in.
I like it.
Yeah, seatbelted it in.
Use your seatbelts, kids.
I would like to.
Ninal was left with. Oh,
Yep. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Ninal was left with Tetsu, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we're all together, but I like handed her off to you.
Okay. Tetsu is going to look to Ninal and say, "Do you need anything here? We need to go now. Back to the ship."
Not particularly. This is where we were supposed to come, though.
Yes.
Not
No, we must
where.
leave.
Where else would we go?
Not here.
Hold on. How much time is left on this?
It's ticking down on the on the screen.
Yeah, you can probably see it. Like Moat lifts it up to kind of show you the face mask, and you see it's like 5:34, 5:33.
5 minutes.
What
We
is
do
wrong with
not
it?
have time. We need to get a power source from in here. If there's anything left, we need to get it now.
Wait.
Can
Isaac
I
will
look
like
at
put a
it?
hand up. This isn't part of our contract, and he'll look directly at Ninal. I don't particularly care what your job was. I was hired to do something very specific, and it was to get you from that meeting safely to here. Now, if you want to pay us more, or if there's some extenuating circumstances I don't know about, then we can have a discussion. But as far as I'm aware, our contract is fulfilled.
Well, perhaps she could inform us as to why we should care about this box thing, no? I mean, after all, we went through a lot of trouble for it.
I was just told to collect it. Honestly, we're not even supposed to have the main part of the box. We were supposed to get it from we were supposed to hack into the mainframe and collect whatever is on it. Some kind of code, I'm pretty sure.
We have to protect Ninal. This place is compromised. We must get Ninal out of here to the ship before they lock the ship down. We are about to be trapped on this planet.
I am, just by nature of who I am and what I do, I rolled a culture check to try to learn about Moat's race. Now that I'm kind of seeing them, like, I feel like even though I'm listening to all of this, it's sort of like an automatic, like, all right, what do I know about who you are now that I've seen you?
Yep. And I'll tell you, with a 13, based on the grays, you know next to nothing. You know that he's a gray, or you know that they are a gray. And I'll say, you know that they're a gray, and you know that grays normally cannot speak. That's what I'll tell you.
Okay. So it's okay. So at least I know why they are not speaking to me. So you do see, Mo, that Zeha, like, continues to just look back at you. Like, she's not saying anything, but she's definitely has you on her mind. But as this conversation happens, I will just start paying attention, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And specifically to Tetsu's comment of we need to protect her, Eisen will actively say, no, we don't. In fact, it's a liability to do so. That is assuming she doesn't want to renew our contract. I'm not doing anything for free unless I choose to do it.
Well, she still owes us half of our money, but...
I would like to argue that I am still in danger on the planet, therefore I have not been protected.
Well, that's the question. What was the nature of the contract? Was it to specifically get her here, or was it for her to, like...
I think it was to get her out of here, like, safely.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
It was to get her away from the Silver Drake safely.
Okay.
However long that took, like if that was her getting kidnapped, and you guys had to do it for 10 days, and you don't get paid for 10 days, kind of thing.
Yeah.
In that case, then Eisen would have not said what he said. I didn't realize
Okay.
that was open-ended.
Yeah.
I thought it was specifically to get her here.
Yeah, well, it kind of was. So, like, to safety might have been, at the time, the Starfinder Society's outpost. So Zeha stands up from kneeling and kind of, like, wipes off some of the dust as she stands up, and she just looks over towards the mess of that building. Look, this may have been the drop-off point at some point, but it's clearly not safe, and we have to get out of here anyways, so if you don't have anywhere else to be on this planet, Nano, we need to go. Now, if this, and I point to the black box, is of any importance to you, well, you have 5 minutes to figure something else out.
Mm-hmm.
It's of importance to the Starfinder Society. It's part of your mission. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think we're getting to the spaceship in... She glances at the mask. 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
Okay.
Waffles, looking at it, does it look, knowing what I am made of, does it look like something my self could power temporarily, knowing computers?
Give me a
stuff?
computers check.
17. Yeah, 17.
Yes. You're not sure how long, if you like, or what it would do to you. Moat's using their mask currently. Moat would probably have told you at some point that, like, it started, or you could even surmise that it started at 10 minutes, like the counter. So you don't know if you would give more, less. Maybe you only give 10 minutes. Like, but is it possible? Yes.
We have no time.
I don't have necessarily a bunch of vital systems that are dependent on mechanical bits, do I?
Probably, if you're integrated.
Probably something.
I think it would be very important,
like, you don't have bio parts.
Notice.
At least
I do have bio parts.
Sorry.
For you to be an android, not just a mech or like a bionic person. At least some of your brain is connected to mechanical parts.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be very important for you to notice that the box has, like, its own level of integration. Like, it's done something funky to connect. So it looks really weird.
Can I make a computers check to kind of just surmise, like, what in this building can I go in and grab if it's still, like, alive? Like, if there's a computer, what type of power source, looking at this box, do I need to get that's probably the likeliest that we could grab now?
Before that resolves, could I ask, as part of the perception that Moat made, or as part of a secondary check related to that. Could Moat surmise whether or not there seemed to be power in the building that looked like it could even potentially serve as a supply point?
Sure. Both of you, I'll roll over your perception check, which was a natural 20. Zeha, go ahead and give me a computer's check.
Before Zeha makes her check, though, like, we made these checks previous session with, like, the
Yep.
gun parts and everything. Could we just tell her,
Yep.
like, what it was?
If she asked, but right now she's like thinking in her brain.
Okay.
So
I'm like emergency mode, scanning the building. What can I grab? Let's go now. So it was a 19 computer's check.
yeah, and Moat still has his information their information that they gained from I think it was a 13 at the time. So 19, you think that you could. It has to be some sort of mainframe computer. It has to be some sort of large, like, computer thing that would probably be hard for most of you to carry. Like, maybe two of you could probably carry it, but unless there was a power source specifically built for this thing, you don't think that, like, you can't just plug it up to a laptop.
Right. No, my goal is another
Long term.
power source to temporarily power this long enough for the flight back up to our ship.
Right.
Gotcha.
How
It
far
has
away
to be.
is Upwell?
Yeah, how was that?
Like, how long?
You would have to get back to a place, grab a transit there. So back to a place where there were ships leaving. There's like a few docking bays and kind of things. Grab a transit back. You assume the easiest way is the way you came down. Someone who is about to take off, and you just pay to ride along the cargo.
But time-wise, like,
Yep. If you can find one, minus the time to find one, the trip itself was about 15 minutes.
okay.
So we need at least one. If it's
I
in
want
10
like a
minute
half
increments,
hour boost here.
Okay.
We need to be quick because they're gonna lock
yeah.
these like ports down.
Yeah, more like an hour, really.
Yeah, your computer's check though, looking for a very specific temporary power source. It would have to be something that has like I don't want to say AI integration, but like smart capability. Like, it's possible that a laptop could do it, but that's like on the low end of smart capability. Like, the laptop's basically a calculator. Moat's mask has the ability to literally like produce their emotions and like speak for them. And then
How about
It's got psionic hookups.
and then
stuff.
and then Tetsu obviously is like part android. Not saying you're not going to find anything in there. Like, you assume the Starfinder Society has plenty of stuff, but it has to be something along the lines of smart capability.
Okay, I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna pull Moat along, and I'm gonna be like, "Come on, Moat. Somebody guard Nanal. We need to go looking." And I'm gonna start, if Moat allows, pulling him along, them along with me to go into
You
the
should
building.
also have backup.
As they're about to move in, can I just glance around to see if anybody's moving in on this place? Like, any kind of security or
Probably a
worse,
good
not
idea.
security?
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
should go
Yeah.
inside to stay out of like broad daylight.
Sure.
15, or no, sorry, but upside down. 12?
Okay. Quick glance around. You don't see anyone.
I'm moving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
moving
grab.
in.
Tetsu's got one. Tetsu's gonna grab the mask. We got one. He's got one hit point. We're about to get arrested. He thinks.
I mean, Moat has the mask.
You're not
Yeah,
grabbing the mask unless you make a roll for it. And if Zeha attempts to pull Moat along, like physically move Moat
Like,
along.
hand on your back. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Okay, that triggers triggers Moat. So Moat is going to say into your head, "I can walk fine on my own, thanks."
What's the check to grab it?
Whatever grabbing something out of somebody's hand would
athletics?
be.
No, give me a second.
An attack roll.
I like.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Oh, come on, man.
Sleight of hand
All
to like
right.
rip something out of someone's hands.
And,
Really?
unless
weird.
I mean, yeah,
I mean,
like
like,
it's
Moat
hand to
is
hand.
holding
Unless you're
onto
gonna throw
this-
Moat to the ground. Like,
Yeah, Moat is holding onto
no.
this thing like close to their.
I thought it was
chest.
more of a like pulling it away, not like because Tetsu's not trying to like hurt him, but he's also or hurt them. He's just
It
trying to
makes-
grab the
Sleight of
but
hand makes
Moat
sense
is
to me.
like clinging to like is
straight
clinging to it.
18. No modifier, just a straight 18. I don't know if that goes against CMD or what, but
Moat,
Probably
acrobatics, or sleight of hand.
Oh boy. All right. I'll roll acrobatics. 21.
21.
He
Okay.
ain't
I also
letting go
rolled a
of
flat
this thing,
18.
man.
No.
You guys watch as Tetsu like reaches out really quick to grab it while everyone's talking, and Moat is able to like turn their body just enough that makes Tetsu like get fingertips on it but miss it.
Yeah, Isaac would
Stop.
also
Yeah,
step
is
in between
staring
then.
straight at
Wait.
Tetsu.
I'm.
we do
I
not have
stop.
time. We
No,
need to
we
go.
don't. So don't grab things. Let's go, all of us now.
Yeah,
All
I'm just
of
walking
us.
into the
Plug it
building at
in.
this point. Like I am trained in engineering. I kind of know what I'm looking for. I'm letting this whole thing happen, and just in the building already.
Moat,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I really am. You're okay. But we need you, and we need that, and we need to make sure it's plugged in. Then you can get your faceplate back. Come on.
3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Come on.
Yeah, Len just walks past everyone and kind of stands in the doorway waiting.
Tetsu leads
Yep.
Manal inside.
Moat will reply to Zeha again in her head. I'm not saying I'm not trying to help and get this thing sorted out. I'm just saying nobody's move me and nobody touches the fucking mask.
Okay. All right. And she's full like what's the word? In her
Power walking?
No, it's oh my god, I'm blanking on it. But like what she did, she's like she works with diplomats a lot, so like very like passive like
Patronizing?
placating you.
Yeah,
I guess?
placating. Yeah,
Placating.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
the
like
word.
very calm, very like, okay, that's fine. Come on, let's go. And she takes a step back from you and just kind of like waits for you to go forward.
Moat motions for you to go ahead and will follow as you go.
I do. Yep. All right.
And as you guys like come in, Tetsu will say, when it reaches a minute, let's use me and get out of here. Or else Manal
What do you
will
mean
not
use
leave.
you?
What about that droid Moat keeps around? Would that not be better?
Moat responds to the Tetsu part with a curious turn with no facial expression, and then to the droid thing with a more ferocious turn and no facial expression.
All right. All right.
And
we
clutches
will
the mess
we will
tire.
figure out
Len
what we
responds
will
with no
figure out
facial
what we're going
expression.
to do at the last minute when that happens. Moat here has sacrificed a lot. Let's
I would
split
prefer
up.
the droid,
Let's
but
go.
I will.
Priority
We shouldn't split up. You hear calling somewhere in the building as like he's just
as
digging
he
through
splits
things.
up. Okay. All right. I'm going
Okay.
hardcore anything computers knowledge like and I share my 19 knowledge check from before with everybody about like what kind of power source you're looking for. Not basic, has to be a little bit more,
Yeah,
all that.
and
For sure.
I guess I would also
As-
supply my own like what the top end looks like based off my knowledge.
For sure. As you all walk in, we're going to start a kind of a round counter here. You can do one thing per round. I need initial perception checks from everyone.
Can I turn my light
Good
up
at that
to
one.
bright, please? Because I assume there's no lights in this building. So
19.
Well, it has power, so
Oh, does it still have power? I didn't hear that bit. I thought it was
It
smashed.
looks like it still has some sort of power.
I'm sure there's
like
like
as far
lights blown
as far
out.
as lights go. Yeah, I was about to say as far as lights go, it's like it's probably pretty dim in this first room you walk into.
Then yeah, I'm
I
gonna
should-
turn up. I'm gonna turn my light up to bright.
Okay, I should also say
That'll
that
turn on lights as well.
this building is quite small. Like it's probably the size of the Silver Drake, if not smaller.
Oh.
So as a heads up.
Ooh.
less to search.
Didn't the AI say not
Another
to let it
nat
get to 2
20
minutes?
perception.
Holy crap.
What?
Moat is
God
like,
damn it, man.
I need my mask back. Where are you? I'm going to find you.
Clearly, Moat needs to update the visual sensors on this thing because where has this been?
That's what I'm
The
saying.
mask has been like
Keep the mask
smudged
off.
this whole time and you didn't realize. Like you just needed to wipe it.
Oh my god, I
What?
gotta clean this thing. Holy shit.
It's the stormtrooper problem, right? It's why the stormtroopers can't hit because they can't see, like the way their
Yeah,
mask is
that's
made,
why.
they can't see well.
They have
That's true.
beer goggles on.
So 24 for
Hearing
me
what
as well.
hearing what you said, Dr. Lin, yes, the AI did say that.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
so
What did
we
the
might
AI
want to
say?
consider. Said to switch it off before it hit the 2-minute mark, so we might want to shift our time frame up.
Okay.
Dr. Lin
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah,
know
so
that
we have,
probably,
like, a
but as,
No,
a,
yeah,
as a heads
I
up.
was just reminding everyone who didn't know that because it's been a while.
Yep. Okay, we got a 10 for Zeha, 19 for Dr. Lin, 24 with a natural 20 for Moat, 16 for Eisen. What'd you get, Tetsu?
24, not natural.
Okay. Tetsu and Moat. Actually, I'll start at the lower end. Zeha, you notice that this building has had a lot of damage to the inside, much more than to the outside. There is rubble kind of everywhere, and you don't see any glass from the windows on the inside. Eisen and Dr. Lin, you're kind of looking around. You notice that it does still have power. There are like lights flickering as they're kind of waving on the ceiling. You also see you also see towards the back where there would be like a line of computer desk used to be. You see that's likely the first place you need to check to try to find something. Like where a bunch of people would sit down, like a library desk kind of thing, or something like the room Tetsu was in. Moat and Tetsu, as you two are looking around, you see the smallest bit. I say the smallest bit, a very large bit, but the smallest part of a very large bit of rubble begin to move kind of in front of you.
Oh dear.
We don't have time for combat. Take it back, Jim.
No, it only takes 18 seconds if you do it right.
Yeah. Moat's got some lights on their coveralls as well, and Moat will point and direct light onto that specific
Tetsu.
moving thing, and will speak to Eisen saying, "Look where my lights are."
Tetsu?
Well, Moat would speak to
Oh,
Eisen,
yeah.
but I know you see it as well. But that's just who Moat alerts.
Eisen, can I have my gun back?
I gave it back to you. You had it.
Tetsu's,
Tetsu has my other gun. Tetsu.
yeah, Tetsu's going to cautiously approach with said gun.
No,
And,
I need my gun back.
Oh, wait, hold on, it could be an injured
No,
person. This
you've
place just
shot
came
me
down.
once already. Fool me once,
That
shame
is
on me.
my gun. You give that back.
3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I'm
Tetsu is
looking
currently
directly
going
where-
over to it to see if he can lift it.
Tetsu.
All right, so
Are you saying that in
look,
character or out of character?
In character, give me my gun back.
Oh. Yeah, then Tetsu just tosses your gun in your direction.
Safety's done. Safety's
she
done.
she drops it
I
and it
saw-
goes off.
I saw the initiative pop up.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about putting you guys in initiative. I wrote out initiative order here: Moat, Tetsu, Dr. Lin, Eisen, Zeha. That's kind of how I want to handle this. So not everyone's talking over each other at one time.
Mm-hmm.
So Moat goes up to Eisen, kind of gets him to shine his light. Look over here. Tetsu tosses the gun and begins walking up to this rubble. Dr. Lin.
Len is gonna be keeping an eye with quotation marks around it on the entrance to see if anything's coming in, and the other eye with quotation marks around it, just on like what they're doing with the rubble in case it's like a person who got the building collapsed on them.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. For right now, you're fine. Eisen.
I'm going to, seeing how injured Tetsu is, I'm going to walk up to this, like, the thing that is clearly a threat or has been, like, signaled as a threat, and just kind of have a hand on my weapon, ready to strike if need be. And just look down to Moat and say, find something to plug that thing into, and quick.
I don't wait. I just
Zaya.
shoot. No, I'm kidding. I don't.
Hand off the
Hit
chest
that
piece.
thing.
Gun goes off.
Do I need to like spend my quote unquote turn grabbing the gun, or can I like grab it and keep looking?
He threw it to you, so you can you basically have it.
Okay. I take that pistol back. I have it drawn. I'm gonna stay kind of close / behind everybody else. And I don't really have the most I don't have the greatest perception, but could I use like computers to see if there's anything back there that is useful?
Not from where you are currently. Everything's kind of like scattered on the ground, has rubble and dust on top of it, kind of thing. You'd be sifting through to look for something.
How far away from the group would I get if I went there?
About 60 feet.
I go to kind of touch Moat, but then I don't, and instead I just tap Dr. Len on his bell, and I'm like, can you come look over there with me?
Yeah, Len nods and
It
will
flubbers
go
a
along with her.
Yeah.
Jiggles
Yes.
a bit and then
I
goes
bet it
along.
does.
Hey, Len!
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
So I kind of carefully placing myself on the side of Dr. Len, opposite whatever's going on in that rubble, and I'm gonna just start approaching and keeping an eye out.
Mm.
Are you just
Real mature
aiming
using
through
the man
him?
of medicine as a shield. Mm.
You're an 8-foot tall, flubbery bodyguard for me right now.
And you are not getting healed.
I like to
Okay,
think that she's looking through you and aiming the gun at whatever is moving.
Okay, with that, we're going to go back to the top of the order. Having been in here for a little time, kind of slowing down for a second, I'll let each of you know some of the stuff you can do. Engineering checks can be made to kind of let's see what happened exactly. Obviously, you can take perception checks on just about anything you want to find out in here. And computers checks once you get to the computers in the back. There's more stuff you can do, but you haven't found it out yet. Bo.
All right. Right. So Moat is going to leave the whatever the hell it is to the people who can do something about it, and will begin trying to search for any sort of systems that might be able to support the box. And
Okay.
as they look, Moat will try to reach out to the AI through the telepathy node in the mask and try to speak to it, however that might work. Just speaking like normally to the mask, but not sure whether it's going to reach. They say, can you sense any sort of power system they might be able to use?
And then all of you hear out loud, I'm sorry, I can't sense anything out of here.
Zeha jumps and like flips
He
around.
fires.
No, she manages to not fire. And I just call out, I'll wait for my turn. It's cool.
Okay,
And then Moat will do a computers check to try to find something suitable.
Okay. Yeah, you make a double move up, basically. Your computer's check is going to be it's like at a small minus because you can't really sift through very deep right now. This is first glance computer's check.
I use the hero point that I would have for recap.
Ooh.
Sure.
I'm going to do that because I want to find something as quickly as possible, and a 2 is not going to cut it.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Okay, how about the second 2?
The
The
dice
second
said
two.
you, they meant it.
Yeah,
The second 2 is approximately just as bad as the first 2. So no, you don't see anything. You're glancing around. All you see is a bunch of dust. For all you know right now, all of the computers on the floor are crap because they're destroyed.
Okay.
My God.
There's one bullet
Tetsu.
hole precisely in the center of each computer.
Mhm.
Tetsu, hoping this is a survivor and not something terrible, is going to try to save the survivor, please. And go over to them or whatever this moving thing is and try to like slowly lift some of the rubble to not necessarily free them completely, but to see beneath.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
I really hope he just
Okay with
opens
that.
this thing's mouth and sticks his hand in.
14.
Okay. Easy enough. You find a couple of the smaller pieces. You're not really trying to free whatever this is under too much. Lift it up. And you see what looks to be a humanoid shape, kind of lighter skin and blue hair.
They did.
Armed or anything?
You can't tell. You see like the shoulder down to the elbow currently.
Okay, I just shove the top bit off and like lean in to kind of check them, do like a pulse check, that kind of thing.
Put them out of their
Okay.
misery.
I don't like the way you're smiling. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know if it's
I'm
a
more
goop
I'm more
or-
smiling at Syrup Coop and freaking
Okay.
Barsogan.
We all know what's coming, Waffles. We all know it.
I just want to be a
They're-
nice guy.
They're back here shooting arrows and guns at Zoom.
We're trying to get him to put
So
put
that's
him out
who's
of their
on the
misery.
ground. It's Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You did your athletics check to kind of get them up. You have probably about a third of the body showing. I will say that without even making a medicine check, you know they're alive. That's it. You don't know what kind of condition they're in. They're still too covered up, but they clearly moved the rubble.
But Tetsu, they don't
Alive
have to be
currently.
alive much longer. Just one bullet.
XP,
I'm not
it could
one.
be
I
yours.
don't have a guns.
Oh,
and
that's a
two,
lucky.
I'm not doldring.
Why would you give your gun away?
Yes, he would be so foolish.
All right, I kill her next. I swear to God.
Okay. Dr. Lin.
Kind of having gone with like Zeha starting to move towards the computers, I'll just start looking for anything that could be useful, but I'm a little disheartened after the AI said there's nothing useful.
Okay.
Well, they said that they couldn't sense anything. Like
Right.
like not that they can
Inability
sense
to sense.
things and
Yeah.
didn't find it, but that they could not sense past the mask, right?
Well,
Ooh,
a
good
25
check.
will tell us one way or another. So.
Oh,
Goodness, Dr. Lin. All right. You see all of these computers laying on the ground, and you know that even if some of them were alive, that they wouldn't work, and it's unlikely that any of them aren't corrupted enough to just break down and die. What you do notice is that all of these computers are hardwired through the wall into something.
that's what we need.
Like on the other side of the wall, it does look like it
Yeah.
might go down.
No, it looks like it could go down or on the other side of the wall because it's like through the bottom of the wall, like holes drilled kind of thing.
Tatsu or Aizen, I think the computers are all wired to something behind this wall. Could one of you break this wall down? No one will care, probably.
Can I see if there's a hallway
there
that'll
not
take
a
us to the other
door?
side of the wall?
There is no hallway or door.
I knew that already.
I
Does
will
it
be
go
there
down,
shortly.
or is it actually in the wall? Eisen will say.
You said it goes into the wall, like it doesn't. It's
Yeah,
not
it goes
on
into like the
floor?
bottom of the wall, like if you were to drill a hole from your living room to your bedroom or something to run a cord.
Other side
Actu-
of the wall. That's why I said the wall.
Len, you are needed to help this one. I have one wounded. I
Oh,
will take care of
on
the
my way.
computer.
I
that
can
wall
do
right
it.
there, and I'll start to go. But I assume I don't actually get there.
No, you don't.
Mhm.
All right, Eisen.
So in this system, we do get free knowledge checks, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to make a free engineering knowledge check to detective vision what happened here.
Okay. Give me that knowledge check.
I need someone to
24.
just. Okay.
You guys are rolling crazy. Minus recent note, but
It was in
I
exchange
see
for
it.
the two net
Balance out.
20s, so it's okay.
Exactly.
yeah. Natural 17 for Lynn, natural 19 for Eisen. Yeah, you're looking around, Eisen. It looks like something clearly malfunctioned / exploded. Like it's not like a bomb. It's not like someone threw a grenade or a bomb went off in here, but it looks like something electrical exploded from the inside.
Okay, so it's from the inside out, not the outside in.
Yes.
All right. Ooh, can I tell where like the epicenter was? Where like the big smoke ring is?
Yeah, it's the wall.
That Dr. Len is pointing me towards?
Yeah.
Um,
Now that you're like kind of looking at it and stuff, you see like the computers have blown out from it, and like the further away that you get from the wall, less other things traveled. There's like a big, oddly enough, and this is what strikes you as super odd with your 24 engineering check. The front wall of the entire building, which is quite far away, it's about 80 feet away, has like a small hole in it, like the blast blew something out of it. But this back wall is relatively untouched, minus some like electricity looking lines through it. Like it got shocked by lightning or something.
Yeah, and as a Shimreen with my particular background, this seems all very odd, right? Like electricity shouldn't be doing this unless somebody like
No.
rigged it.
Probably.
this place was hit.
Oh. Do I think that there could... I guess until I see it, I don't know. But I'll say whatever exploded from that wall out. So
Can you break the
it
wall
may
down?
not be salvageable. I can break it down. I'm just saying it may not be salvageable. You should keep looking in case we run out of time. And I'll... what would be better in this case? My piercing arm or my blade in terms of breaking down this wall?
It depends if you're trying to break it down in one shot or if you want to see what's on the other side of it.
I want to see what's on the other side of it without like hurting whatever electrical systems it is.
Piercing then, for sure.
Okay, then I'll just turn my arm into like a lance type blade and just like I did with the glass wall, but with like the wood and I
Aliens,
can't think
man.
of the term for the wall is. Like
Just
whatever
Kool-Aid
that
it.
material is, yeah,
Just
and just
Kool-Aid
like cut
it.
it in half. No, well, Eisen could do that. It would break whatever it was, and then he'd absorb the electricity, and then things would go bad.
Kool-Aid minute. All right, I'm going to need you
collapses.
to give me a reflex saving throw.
Ooh,
Oh, good.
Uh-oh.
The
good
building
thing I
does
haven't made it
collapse.
there yet.
16, not bad with +2.
Murdered.
All right. I'm
Eisen's
rolling
dead.
some dice.
As a note, because I'm a Shimmerine, if this is electrical damage, I do have some resistance.
Sexy.
Perfect.
Oh no.
You
Oh no, perfect.
go to pierce through the wall. You hear a very loud metallic like clank against the wall, and almost immediately this half fire, half electrical blast kind of just pulse waves away from the wall and towards you. You're able to kind of turn around and cover your face. You take 3 fire and 3 electrical damage.
I take no electrical damage.
All right, you take 3 fire damage then.
And the AI is miraculously charged by this.
Yeah, the AI is dead.
I will roll a d4 though to take some additional fire damage.
Okay.
What?
Why?
Huh?
Tell us about your
Just
character.
because you feel like it?
Oh.
Ooh.
So
4 more fire damage. Why?
because I activate my amplify. So basically what happens is the fire gusts out, but instead of going over me, I absorb it entirely. And it hurts me. Like it looks like now instead of being like the normal like blue electrical energy, it looks like I have like fire in me and like coursing around, and it looks painful. He grunts slightly as he like just randomly absorbs it, but
But what is
he
that?
has it now for 10 minutes.
Oh, you keep it. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Okay.
sick.
Eisen's hot.
Have our attention.
Oh jeez.
Everyone just like, oh, hello.
Oh.
Rolling fire, and now he is fire.
Is it hot in here? Is it Eisen?
Yes.
It-
For the
Say
sake
hi,
of the
Peter.
audience,
He is
the way
on
that this
fire.
ability works is whatever I roll on the dice and damage I take in addition is the damage I put out when I use it. So
Okay,
because
so
I
you have
roll
only
max
4 damage right now, but that's the max that you could output anyways, because it's a D4.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's pretty cool.
Perfect. Zeha, your turn.
Can I, what do I roll if I want to know what the heck just happened?
Computers.
Oh, I can do that. That's a 26. and
Oh,
I'm looking to
shit.
see
Alright.
what happened and like how I can bypass it.
I should have made you roll. Roll me an Arcana as well.
And that would be mysticism, right?
Yeah, sorry, mysticism. Mysticism is all magic.
That's a 9.
You have a hero point.
Yeah, like I already said, Jim's hero
Okay.
point is only for
I'll
my
save
radiation.
you. Don't worry.
What I will tell you is that clank you heard, definitely something metal. The fact that all of these wires go in there, you get the sense that this entire wall, at least where he hit, is part of a computerish system.
Okay.
It is also protected by some sort of magic. That's all you know, though.
I'm gonna call out and I'm gonna say, hold on, Eisen. There's some magic involved here. And
Really, I couldn't tell as he pats out the last of the fire on his like,
I mean, that
clothes.
could have been the computer. All right, fine. Sorry. And she will step forward. Dr. Len left her, so she's on her own. But right now, can you just really quickly describe the room that we're in? Is there other rooms, doorways, or is this sort of like a box? We're in it, and this is what we see?
There are, so you walk in, there's this main room, kind of like the Silver Drake. It looks like a sort of receptionist area kind of thing. And then that would have continued into the back where you are, but the walls are gone. And that would have continued into the back where you are. And you see this long line of just computers. You get the sense it's probably some sort of meeting / workroom. And then there has been a door on the right and the left. Both of those doors were off of their hinges and kind of peeking in each of the times. I didn't mention them, but they look relatively like break rooms or resting rooms, kind of that, like that kind of thing.
Okay, what I want to do, if these computers were set up to run to whatever power source is behind this wall, I'm assuming there's an access point somewhere. Like if they needed to repair or whatever, so like whatever panel or something, I want to find it so that we can access it without electrocuting ourselves.
Okay. Yeah, I will actually roll over your computer's check, and just on computers and big mainframes like this, you're not sure if this access point bypasses the magic or if they just bring down the magic every time. It is the Starfinder Society, like they might have a code to it and everything, but you know that based on how this wall looks and where the cords are going and everything, like your eyes just go towards this one painting on the right that is still up on the wall. And it doesn't make sense for this painting to still be up on the wall.
Eisen, that painting. It's behind that painting. And then,
All right.
can I... I'm scared to touch it. I am not the most constitution-y person. I don't have a lot of health.
That's a word.
Yeah, English is not my first language technically, but I can't use that excuse. Okay. I have a spell, Jolting Surge. Do I think I can like negate something by using that?
No.
Yeah.
You could. I would let you like overload a system, but I'm sure you're not trying to break everything. So.
Right. Okay.
Didn't you do something with his mask like a mage hand before? Couldn't you just like flick it from a distance?
I could.
Click it.
I
from a
will
distance.
cast Psychokinetic Hand.
Flick it from a distance.
And you just kind of... I think the way, like... Because I don't think it's invisible. Like, I think I did that wrong last time. But it just says... Oh, it's not, like, actually a hand. It's just you point your finger at the target object, and I gain the ability to lift it and move it at will from a distance. Okay. Perfect. So I just sort of, like... You see, once again, her headband light up. And she just points towards the painting. And she's going to try to, like, knock it off.
Okay. Yeah, you do. I will say you, like the first time you kind of like try to knock it off down, like just straight down, and like it doesn't budge, and then you try to push it to the right, and you watch it just slide like it's a panel on the wall.
Okay.
And behind it, you see what looks to be some sort of hardware computer-like system that you imagine you could gain access from.
Do you think, I'll just say this out loud to the room, do you think the AI can connect directly there?
It's worth a try.
It seems to be able to connect to a number of things. The question is, do we want it to?
Yes. And does it look like, I should ask, because maybe it's just me misunderstanding, does it look like something the AI can connect to, or is it like something to get past?
It's very hard to tell. Moat's mask doesn't look like something it could connect to, but it's connected.
Yeah.
Moat, can you bring it over here and see if it can sense it, if it could tell us?
No, my concern isn't for it connecting to the wall, it's the wall connecting to it. Remember, the whatever this was is the reason why this room exploded. And, like...
Do I think that was just the protection of the computers for, like, the power source?
What's the whole question?
So Aizen's saying that he just tried to break through the wall, something electric and fire pushed back on it. Is that what caused the explosion? Like, is it something malicious, or is it simply a protection that the Starfinder has in place for not breaking through that wall?
Aizen, give me a mysticism check.
I will, but I also rolled that engineering check that said the explosion came out from this wall, right?
It definitely happened from here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that whatever caused this whole building to explode started from here.
Yeah. Give me a mysticism check, though.
That's surprisingly good for a -1, 13.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say, with your engineering, with your really good engineering from earlier, and having seen the blast firsthand now, you imagine it was exactly that. It was the blast. The only thing that seems odd is the blast that hurt you definitely wouldn't have done all this damage.
Yeah.
So there could be multiple reasons for that. You can't pin that down, but you definitely think it originated from that blast.
Yeah. And I will recount that, of like,
Okay.
if you want to fry this thing, please plug it into the wall without some sort of protection, but I don't trust it.
I don't think... Can someone who potentially won't get too hurt by it just go and touch that panel and see if it does the thing?
Sure.
Is it Moat's turn to move next in this scenario?
Yeah.
Well, as Zeha has unveiled the panel, Moat and begins to speak. Moat is definitely on the way. Well, if there was a expression on their face, it would be, oh boy. As they're pulling Wasp off their belt, and Moat will try to give a command in the same manner that just try to speak to the AI. Try to use the mask to interface with Wasp and get it to activate so that they can use it to try to interface with the panel.
Hey, Mask, can you turn my robot on?
Yeah. I will say that you hear... Wasp, please activate and move to the panel. And with the command not coming directly from you, Wasp does not activate.
Oh. Unlucky.
Dejectedly, Moat puts Wasp back in its holster on their belt, and Moat just moves up with the mask and AI in hand, and with kind of cursory glances back to Aizen and Zeha will Moat's going to take a look at the panel to see if there is any sort of connection point or anything like that.
Look for runes too. Any symbols or glyphs that might be magical.
You in your head don't know what that means.
Just look.
Give me a perception check.
You'll know it if you see it.
Okay, 15.
Okay. You don't see any direct connection point from here. This is basically looks like almost like a touchscreen and something that you would be able to key into and get somewhere else, as if there were like a safe on the wall kind of thing.
Close enough. Moat holds the mask with the AI in it up towards that panel to see if the AI takes over and does what it wants.
But it might
dear.
electrocute it. Be careful.
All right,
It's gonna die anyway.
I'm gonna do two things here. One, we had a glitch in the Matrix earlier.
Oh, what? Wait, what?
Oh, we did. Oh, yes.
We did?
Somebody activated it.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I want all of you have bags, I assume, right?
Yeah, of some sort.
Bags?
All right. Yeah, bags.
Not
Fair enough.
particularly, but probably like
I
a
have
pouch.
things.
If you
Yes,
you
I
think
do.
you have a bag, I want everyone to roll me a 1d20.
A D20? Okay.
Wait, like bags in character or
6.
out of character?
Oh my
Character.
god!
Two natural
people rolled
ones.
ones.
2 ones.
No, there go the good rolls. I
Oh,
rolled a
no.
6.
My stuff's on the
A
ship,
7.
and I came here without, like, I came here with holster, a gun, and my comm unit, like, and a clipboard, I think, or something.
Really?
I don't have much on me, so it's...
Hey, pockets are
Our
like
highest
pockets
roll
are like
is a
small
7.
pouches.
Yeah, do you have any pockets or anything, though?
I have a skin
Oh,
tight
you got pockets.
suit.
Everybody knows girls' clothes don't have pockets.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
a dress with pockets, right?
All
Thanks, it
dresses
has
obviously come
pockets.
with pockets.
Okay. Cool. Well,
If you want me to roll, I'll roll.
it's up to you. You don't know what it is.
I'm sure I have, like,
But
a
you have-
pouch. Does that
Yeah,
count?
you must have
Count.
something.
Sure.
4.
I mean, you have a money pouch, right?
God, we've been rolling well.
Martha wins again.
Wow.
All right. We
I
had
hope the glitch is a bust because all these great rolls.
7, 6, 4, 1, 1.
Mhm.
Those were our natural 20 rolls. right there. All right. First thing I'm gonna do, and no one comment, is Dr. Lin and Tetsu. You guys begin feeling something. You guys begin feel something moving inside your bags. Second, Moat and everyone else that's watching, you watch the mask detach from. You watch the AI detach from the mask and start moving to attach to the wall. And that's where we'll take a break.
No, no!
Oh, joy.
Oh god!
Waffles!
What?
Boom!
No!
Is it the Fennec foxes?
Stop it.
Did we get them?
I want the foxes!
Oh,
Okay,
2 bags moving.
Waffles.
What?
Off.
I'm in control of the break, and I'm gonna say no.
I'll
No, that's
get up
how
and
that
walk
works.
away.
I tried. Alright.
My bag, and I pretend there is a.
What if we just
A
sit
live
here
grenade,
and
you
stare
got.
at Waffles?
Good game,
I'll
guys.
stare and stare back at you.
Oh my god. I want to make little robots that are just grenades that run and self-destruct.
Okay. Fine.
They gotta scream. Ah!
The faster we go on break and the faster we get back, the more we'll find out. So,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
Alright, 1 minute break. Goodbye.
I guess we
No,
will be.
it's at least a 5-minute break.
Yeah. No, we gotta pee. We gotta get water. So we will be right back.
TMI.
Okay. Bye. We'll be right back.
Bye. And we're back.
So.
Oh my goodness, what's in my bag?
What's in
Nothing.
the box?
Nothing
Oh my
is in
goodness,
the
a
bag.
severed head.
I don't know what you're
Tetsu,
talking
it's your
about.
turn.
Nothing happened.
Tetsu is halfway to like Kool-Aid Manning the door or the wall when he sees the fire and electricity explode out from what Eisen did and decides that's probably a terrible idea for him right now.
Tetsu, you don't look so good.
as he
Take it easy.
I feel great, he says, not convincingly. As like he starts looking at the panel and seeing everybody like focused on that, starts looking back at the wounded person that he found, and feels his bag move. That shouldn't move. And he kind of looks in his arm, gives a shake. Nope, the little buddy's still in there, so that's not it. He turns to open his bag and
Sees nothing. Nothing at all.
No.
I'm just kidding.
waffles.
You go to I'm kind of kidding, I guess. You go to look in your bag and you swear you see like this little figure kind of moving around under some of your stuff. It's like buried under stuff. And then you watch your stuff shift and just like fall back into place as if nothing's there anymore. You like scrounge, you like shake it around. There's nothing there.
He doesn't. He just kind of looks in and just goes, "Hello? Right? Hello?" Just starts trying to talk to what's inside.
You don't hear anything and you don't feel any movement.
Does everything look the same?
Yeah.
I still don't know what glitching the matrix does.
Yeah. We
I
really
feel I
don't.
have even less idea.
Yeah,
If only you did roll all below 10. You would have figured it out.
Yeah, Tetsu's just currently looking inside that as he slowly lowers the bag and turns towards the down person to help
Okay.
Dr. Len.
As you like lift your head out of the bag and turn towards the down person, you feel your bag move again.
Immediately look back in.
What the hell?
Okay. You look back in and you see like this quite fuzzy.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, quite fuzzy but rather small tail like flickering up.
Ah, it is the foxes.
I grab it. I grab it.
You hear
It's okay. It is okay. What are you doing? Where did you go?
it looks up at you like super scared. It looks like it's deer in headlights like look and then tries to bury itself again and then disappears.
What, is it actually one of the foxes?
Yeah, it looks like one of the Fennec foxes from the Silver Drake.
I was right. Tetsu goes, "Hi. I am sorry."
It disappeared from your hand?
Wait.
Yeah.
Did you feel it
I
like slip
look
out, or
away.
did it just suddenly not holding something?
No, like if he was like holding tight, his fist made a fist, for lack of a better
Yeah,
word.
I wasn't like crushing it, but
No, but
Tetsu
but,
like
we'll say
away.
like it was kind of like buried under some stuff still, and like Tetsu grabbed its tail, was like looking at it. It still had something on its head, and then when it disappeared, that thing fell back into place.
Okay, yeah,
They're
Tetsu will
blink
look away
foxes.
again to just kind of let it reappear, thinking if he's not looking, that's when it comes.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
just
when you
kinda
don't look again, it reappears.
He's going to tentatively reach his hand in to just pet it gently. Not look, just pet it gently and say, "You
It
can
bites.
stay." And shuts his back.
When you pet it, it bites onto you, but it's like a gentle bite. It's not like a "I want to kill you" bite. It's like a nom.
You take
Yeah,
one point of
he
damage.
kind of takes a second to like nuzzle its
You
muzzle
take
and
one
then,
point of
like,
damage and you're unconscious.
Worth it. Yeah, he
I'm just kidding.
gently just like shuts it, but leaves enough room for air because he's not sure how this works, and just puts his back on and looks sheepishly back around as he heads towards the wounded person.
What is
Okay.
going on?
I will, for flavor's sake, say that wasn't an action or anything, and you can do whatever you want with the wounded person.
Okay, I'm going to just go over and start fully unburying them and making sure if there's any weapons, I kind of push them aside and stuff like that.
Okay. I need another athletics check.
Not good. 6.
All right, you're able to get a couple of pieces of rubble off, enough to like reveal this thing's face. It is very clearly an android, and you kind of reveal its face. It's got the blue hair. It is a female android, and you see like one of the eyes open to you, and she's like, "Please take my memory core. Make sure they don't get it." And to you, you know that means that this android thinks that they are about to die very soon.
Do
Got
I
a
think
bad
that?
trip
Can I
there.
make a free like? Can I? Do I think
Yeah,
they're
give me a
about to
medicine
die?
check. Give me a medicine check.
8. Now I roll shitty.
Based on their voice, they're about to die.
Very reluctantly, Tetsu is going to grab the memory chip or the memory core.
All right, I'm gonna need a computers check.
You burn it.
Man, this is how we killed
Can I
Data
see what
number
he's-
3.
I should say, as an android, you also know, like, so one, it's relatively normal for androids to like switch bodies. Like every
Right.
5 to 10 years, they just switch out.
Altered carbon.
Yeah, basically. Like, two, it's like expert level stuff to remove something's memory core if it's not dead and not corrupted.
I'm a pro.
Okay.
Are you?
Also, Jim, you should have given me
can
that
I-
hero point.
Can you what, Dr. Lin?
Can I see what he's doing here? Like, about to rip out an android's data core, and do I know what that means?
You are moving back. Give me a perception check.
Well, are you? Does Tetsu know as an Oh
Natty
my.
20.
Oh my god.
Good.
Why
Goodness
are
gracious.
you rolling
The man.
fucking everything perfect?
But
I hate you.
I do want to ask. You talked about removing this memory chip while they're still alive / like on. So, is this the type of thing that he would know would be better to wait for them to die and then do?
I
I
did say
snapped
that.
their neck.
I will say that he also knows that if they die, the memory's erased.
Okay.
Like if for the purposes of androids, like wanting to become more humanized and stuff in the Starfinder like world, when they die, they die. But you're able to switch bodies like every 5 to 10 years if you get someone to remove your memory core and transplant it.
Yeah, if you actively do it, not after the fact.
Yeah.
And Tetsu losing those memories and everything, not good. So he's gonna try to save it. Did Lynn
Dr.
have
Lin, I'm
something?
gonna yeah, Dr. Lin, I'm gonna say make me a life science check as well.
Yeah, I want to know if I think it's possible that I can save them. But I don't have a good track record with these android things. 27.
You shot one in the
Goodness
neck
gracious.
and murdered them.
Yeah,
Dr.
twice.
Lin hasn't
Shot
rolled
twice.
under a natural 17.
Man, this is
Len
easy.
is just on point today.
Yep. I will say so. Natural 20 perception, natural 17 life science. I will say you definitely see what he's doing. You see that there's somebody under there. You can't tell at first that they're an android. You just think they're a humanoid, and then you see Tetsu like move an exact piece of rubble to get to the back of their head, and like you see Tetsu like 3 fingers like getting ready to pull something out of the back of this thing's head, and you've been around enough androids, and you've probably as a medical doctor at least sat in and watched someone else change memory cores, and you get exactly what's happening.
Do I think there's a chance this android could be stabilized, or do I agree with Tetsu that they are just...
You can't tell from where you are.
Ooh.
Don't do this to me, Lynn.
Wait, didn't he go? He went up there.
Yeah,
He's
moved
not
He's
like-
on the
closer.
way.
Yeah, it's
He's not like
my
face
turn, it's
down,
just-
and it's not his turn. I'm just giving him a
Okay,
chance to
okay.
like on his way there.
Got it.
Tetsu, hold on, before you do
It's
anything
his turn.
rash.
It's his turn next, as a heads up.
Tetsu is going to hold his action to remove the core. Like, I plan to do it once Dr. Lin makes a quick assessment.
Okay. I will allow that. Dr. Lin, your turn.
I walk up and shoot them.
Got him every time.
All right.
I walk up and try to give them an examination.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
He never said he was kidding.
Examination.
He said he was shooting them. I'm sorry, you can't take this back.
Yeah, they're dead.
Natural 30 incoming.
28.
28.
Oh my god!
The
Another
doctor is
natural
in.
17.
Okay, his last 3 rolls 28, 27, 28. Dr. Len.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're level 1.
Natural
Ethan.
20,
17,
17, 17.
We're level 1.
We're level 1.
Just an easy game. I'm too good for it.
Don't say that.
You're looking
Goodbye.
over them, Dr. Lin. You, with that very high medicine check, you think they probably have 15 to 30 seconds to live. Like they're being crushed under this rubble, and even if you got them out from under the rubble, they need to be saved. But if they were out from under the rubble and saved, they could live.
And as a reminder, your bag also moved.
Your bag
Yeah,
also did.
Did I see what Tetsu was doing with his bag?
Yeah, you saw for like approximately 5 seconds, like Tetsu reached into his bag, like looked into his bag, looked back into his bag, spoke something like his lips moved, and then like turned away from his bag.
Okay, Len doesn't have the emotional capacity to deal with that right now, so he's going to ignore it for the time being.
Or ever.
Okay. You continue to feel your bag move.
It appears to be getting aggressive. So you said if we get
Do
them out,
I see the
think
bag
there's-
moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we get them out, I think there's a chance they could be like stabilized without ripping their data core out. Or
Yeah, for sure.
Tetsu, if we get them out from under the rubble, we might be able to help them. Wait on pulling the data core. We can do that later.
We do not have much time.
I agree with that, so let's get this giant rock off of them. That's
Me from the
preliminary.
background. We don't have a lot of time in general. Just saying. Okay.
This is more
Oh my
important.
god, this thing is attaching itself to the panel.
Len begins weakly trying to push the rock off.
Can Tetsu use his medicine instead to rock lift?
No, you already tried to rock lift this time. You
Oh,
got
right.
like
Yeah,
a piece of it off the face.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll hold, I guess.
Should I roll an athletics check in that case?
Oh yeah, are you trying
Yeah,
to get the to get the rocks off of it?
With your
Yeah,
weak
go
little
ahead.
tentacles.
Roll another natural 17.
Oh my god!
Boom!
I'm taking a screenshot of this right.
Look, Carrick, if you keep
That's
asking for it, it's gonna keep
ridiculous.
happening.
I hate
Carrie's
him
dead.
so much.
Barso, you're gonna mick the shit out of whatever higher levels you get to here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This patient isn't
The fuck
surviving.
is this?
Yeah.
The
You're
one
gonna
roll
do
that matters.
so well up until having to save this patient.
Exactly,
Man,
yeah.
Tetsu can't do one thing right. You monster.
We didn't say it, but that was a natural fucking 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly
I
left.
quit.
Uh,
You can
okay.
live better than me.
You're able to throw some of the major, like, large pieces off. Like you reach down, get some of your legs under there too, like 4 tentacles. This huge piece of the top, like a top of a desk, you just flip off of this girl. She is, for all intents and purposes, uncovered now and able to be accessed.
I like to imagine that it wasn't actually that hard to uncover them from the rubble. It's just Carrick, Tetsu was so like beaten and tired that he's just like, I can't.
Yeah. To be fair, he's almost dead himself, right?
Yeah,
So he's
yeah.
just
I
like,
think yeah, it's canon now.
Yeah, he does have 1 HP, so.
It's true. Someone should look into that. If only there was a doctor.
I'm not level 2 yet.
Okay. With that, because I kind of skipped over it, I'm going to say that before Eisen's turn, Moat having brought this
patient
AI
died.
up, that was Moat's entire turn. The AI, little like cord tentacles, detached from the mask, began to attach in almost this like triangle formation around the screen and the wall. Everyone kind of like flinches, braces, expects like the wall to explode, and nothing happens. And you begin to watch the circuits on the black box just dance much quicker than it was when it was dying. You're not sure if it's charging, if it's downloading, if it's uploading. You have some kind of activities going on currently.
What's Nanal doing in all of this?
yeah, Eisen
she's-
turns to
she's
Nanal.
Hands in her pockets.
Yeah, she's kind of sitting around like helping you all, and then when she realizes that there's someone still buried under there, she's there like speaking, talking like let's try to save her. Like basically she's kind of a background cheerleader currently. Like Dr. Lynn's like, oh, I think we can save her. She's like, okay, then let's save her. Don't pull her data core. Like she's just
You're
in the
blocking
Yes,
the patient.
manning.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes,
I
man.
already was told this. I know. I'm not pulling it.
Yeah, but don't pull it.
And also, we really need to plug in
I
the
pull
AI.
it.
I jump again and accidentally shoot the robot.
Okay, Eisen.
Eisen getting a sense of this place and knowing that theoretically there shouldn't be anyone around because like the thing already happened, right? So I am just like staying vigilant, like Batman level vigilant. And then while I'm doing that, I'm gonna just hand the microphone receiver that I still have from the that I never dropped because I always had a free hand.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And I'm just gonna pull it out of my pocket and hand it to Moat and say, "Do you think you could amplify this?" Nanal still has the microphone attached, and I want to make sure she doesn't do anything suspicious when she leaves her eye line.
He says with Nanal there. No, I'm kidding.
No, Nanal
know.
specifically, like,
Mo. Oh, he just shrugs.
Yeah.
Moat,
Unable to speak and holding the AI shrug.
I didn't know if I wanted to like wait until turn. Moat will take it a little apprehensively and look at it and just kind of pulls their bag off of their back to pull out begin pulling something out that I guess we can resolve.
mhm.
Okay.
What do I
Zeha.
need to roll to stay on guard as my actual action? Sorry, if anything.
Just give me a perception check.
I should have taken the profession bodyguard. It would have been better. 4.
Wow.
But-
All right. Yeah, you're like having a heart, like you're while you're looking around, your mind is very focused on this microphone, and then all kind of like glancing between them.
Mhm.
Zeha.
I step up. Excuse me, Eisen, and she kind of like steps in front of you and looks down towards the AI and like looking over what it's doing here. AI, are you still active? Could you tell us what's going on? And I would like to combine this with a computer's check to check everything that's going on right now.
Sure. Give me the computer's check as you hear. Yes, I am just getting the power I need. I heard the ship is out of our time zone currently.
Time zone. Okay, you're charging. You can hold your charge for long enough to get to the ship, to our ship. Are you interfacing?
Yes, approximately 1 hour.
Perfect. And I'm going to see if it's also like downloading anything or just what exactly I can determine is going on with a 22.
Okay. Yeah, you actually think that you're like looking at it and hard to tell, but the AI would have access to any information that's in there. But based on what the AI said in your computer's check and how quick it's happening, you think the AI is literally just sucking some power.
Okay.
Looking towards Eisen and Moat, I lower my voice and I say, can you download whatever archives there are here so we can know what happened?
That will take more time, but yes.
As long as you're still charged, it shouldn't affect your time when we take you off, right?
No. Approximately 5 minutes.
We
Okay.
do have other concerns.
Yes, we'll just do it. And then I'll talk to Moat and Isa, and I'll just say look, we'll heal that patient, and meanwhile we can get information.
And what happens when the Farron eventually shows up, or whoever blew this place up?
Wipe the data after you've downloaded it. I say to the AI.
You see it blink like a harsh red color. You get the sense that's like a yes.
Okay. That's a very scary yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are we talking about data?
Tell me what to do.
Eisen through all this has been very hard to read, and he's just kind of been doing he's very much still in mission mode.
No, we're
Something-
figuring this out for sure.
Something weird is going on here. There's other traps without a doubt. I don't even have to know they're there to know they're there.
Of
It's just
course.
a question of when they'll explode.
No, but 5 minutes we can manage. We have to get this android up and running again, and then we need to go.
Actually, that's a good idea. We need a route back. We can't probably use a car that easily.
Why not?
The Farron is in control of at least part of the area. We at least need to get safely out of this zone before we call a car.
I didn't even think about that. All right, let's go.
Zayha hears in her mind Moat's voice saying, see if we can find a transport somewhere nearby. Think you can look that up for a little bit?
With what?
Comm unit? Something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. No. Duh. I'm connected with my comm unit. Here's
You
my
forget.
comm unit. Yeah. For
This is
sure.
space.
My BlackBerry.
I was like,
use your
there's no
razor.
computer here, and then I was like, oh, duh. I have a walking, talking computer with me. Okay. Yeah.
And
that'll be what I do.
Okay.
Moat's... Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say with that, like, I'm gonna keep us in a relative turn order. We're not gonna just sit here and go like, Mo, Tetsu, Dr. Lin. Just kind of tell me what your plan is for the next minute or two, because I feel like everything that's been super time sensitive has been taken care of now.
Okay.
Moat is going to kind of observe the AI doing its thing. At the same time, or more focus though, is being put on Eisen's request to muck with the microphone, and Moat will try to run a computer check to signal boost, essentially.
I'm gonna interrupt that, actually, if you guys don't mind, and I'm just gonna be like, look, that she can take the microphone off at any moment. Now is not the time. She's with us. We might be better spent. Moat, you might want to check your mask. It's yours now. You could see if it comes back for you, if it's still online.
The AI has
Disconnected.
Yeah,
disconnected from the mask entirely.
It detached when it attached to the computer mainframe.
And then-
I kind of misread that. I was going for an extra.
For sure.
In my bag.
And then Eisen, maybe you can keep an eye out front to see if anybody's coming and we need to go.
I can. We should also look around here to see if there's anything more useful. I have a pretty good understanding of the blast. I might be able to find a safe or something.
I think this is the most protected unit here, but do that if you need. Somebody needs to keep an eye out, though. If you want me to look up the transport, I can't. And I have shitty perception.
Yeah, I also have shitty perception.
Okay,
So,
alright.
it's kind of...
Then I'll just call out, like, all right, I'll let everybody know. Like, we're getting this, they're charged, we have an hour. We need to go. Can somebody keep an eye on the Farron as you guys deal with the android?
Tetsu looks up from the bloodied android. No, I am busy.
Keep applying pressure.
I am trying.
Okay, well. No, honestly, I'm a little bit too nervous. I will be keeping an eye out. I don't, yeah.
We
Okay.
can figure out a route later. It should only
Yeah.
take like a second. It's not a problem.
For sure. Dr. Lin, give me a medicine check real quick.
All right, can Tetsu
Can
be
I
helping
aid?
me, or
Yeah.
Sure.
19.
Ooh.
It's a successful
Wait.
aid.
natural
Yeah.
20?
Natural 20.
My
What?
God.
What are you
31?
doing?
I'm gonna
I
need
am
you to
so
log
angry
out.
with you, I can't even express it.
The doctor is in the house,
man.
ladies and gentlemen. The
Like,
doctor.
Somebody
rolling
has
like
deemed
this?
you worthy.
If you were rolling these with natural dice, I would ask you to roll on roll 20.
Right.
But you're rolling on roll 20. So,
That's the upsetting part. Like,
Roll 20 has
Waffles would
absolutely
be like, you're
sponsored
a
our
dirty
show.
liar.
Oh, did we not mention, because Roll20 sponsors us, we can pick one person to just get all nat 20s whenever we want.
What's
Yes.
secret features?
oh. I didn't know
I'm
that.
so angry at you.
Okay. Yeah, very... Quite easy, Dr. Lin. You're able to patch this android up, stabilize them, and get them to the point where she's not going to go run a marathon, but she's not in danger. Like, we'll say it takes you 12 to 18 seconds, but like even with the natural 20, but like she's not in danger of dying,
So she
can like sit up and speak, and she's cognizant and everything.
looks about as good as Tetsu.
Honestly, yeah, she looks about as good as Tetsu.
Excellent. Thank you, Tetsu. Nainal, are you familiar with her?
No, I do not know her. But she's clearly part of the Starfinder Anxiety. What happened here? And you see the android kind of look up, and she says, "Well, we were attacked." She kind of like questions herself and shakes her head. No, I think about. Yes, my memory's coming back to me. About 5 hours ago, we received a distress signal from Arcanon, the moon, and it got cut off in the middle. I can play it back if you wish.
Yes, please.
Yes, that would be appreciated.
Okay, and you see her like reach up like two fingers to her temple, and then you guys kind of hear this audibly. This is Yalion 2235 from Arcanon. My situation has become compromised. Requesting, and then you hear it just cut out. And she kind of speaks up again. So that he's a scientist that we have working kind of on contract for the Starfinder Society, based on just a project that we have. And we sent, immediately, we sent a crew of 3 out there, but we lost contact with them so quickly. Maybe they got off the planet, but they definitely didn't make it to Arcanon. Then we tried to contact them, and something exploded in here from the back wall. I think maybe our own defenses. Everyone else fled to Absalom Station as in protocol, and I assume buried and unconscious, and they didn't find me.
What is the scientist's name?
I don't think Tetsu would have asked that, because the scientist's name is Yalion 2235.
22-35.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. The recording was like, this is Yalion 2235.
Just for the record,
that was the actual. Yeah.
I wrote that as Leon.
That's kind of what I heard. Like, it didn't sound like a name.
No,
It's spelled y'all lion.
Yeah.
I like my spelling better.
I agree.
2235.
Yep. His position has been compromised on Arcanon, and she said
my situation has been compromised. Requesting.
Okay.
I see.
Everyone give me a life science check real quick.
A what check?
Life science.
That's a 10. By the way, I did roll a 19
let's see
perception for keeping an eye out.
A 15.
Okay.
Surprisingly good, 19.
He rolled a 5 and got a 15.
I literally...
Just so
What is
angry.
with his modifiers?
17,
His modifiers
holy-
are interesting.
I have a feat that boosted life science and medicine.
Yeah, I mean, my
Yeah.
culture is 10, so it's not...
He's a doctor.
11.
Okay. I will say, Eisen, Moat, and Dr. Lin, you guys know that usually numbers being attached to names kind of hints towards the fact that this may be a contemplative.
Contemplate?
Oh no, man!
That would be a race, and I won't give you too much until you do culture checks, but you guys know at least the looks of the race. That is a race that is a very large brain that has kind of escaped the body. They adapted to grow their brains enough to escape their body, so their brains are so big that they float on psychic powers and drag like a husk of a body along.
Oh,
Don't we all wish we could do that?
Why did you put one of those in this game?
Me,
Yo,
Sarah,
shush.
does not want to make this check, but Zeha would. Can I make a culture check?
Sure.
Oh, a 20.
Mo would like to make one as well.
Okay, do it for me.
28.
Davin.
I guess I'll make one just because, Eisen's somewhat well learned.
Tetsu's sitting off to the side on
love
some pile of rubble with his hand just in his backpack, not looking at it, petting the fox.
Okay. Yeah. I will say, Zeha, you're the only one that really knows about these people, minus what they look like. they were beings of extreme intelligence upon Akiton. They were able to unlock like exceptional psychic powers and literally like deliberately evolved their brains. Like this was on purpose to what they look like now. So now they float using their own telekinesis. And the weird piece that you know with your roll of a 28 is that they date to pre-gap. Like
Neat.
so I should say this for like the history of the world. The gap itself, like people know what was before. Like the world of Galarian, like all that stuff. Like people, obviously Galarian's missing is the big thing. So people know that Galarian existed before. So these people existed pre-gap. It's like humans and elves and that kind of stuff.
Weird. Okay. I just make a mental note as I keep an eye out.
For sure. But she is continuing on. She's like, yeah, we sent a crew. They couldn't have made it far at all. And then we attempted to call them, and almost immediately this, she kind of points around, happened.
All right, well, clearly, and I just kind of call back to everybody, this was some premeditated attack, so we need to get out of here as soon as possible. Ma'am, do you have a route out of here? Do you have transportation up to Upwell, right? That's where our ship is.
Yes.
I do not know if this was an attack.
I don't have any transportation, no. We would have been established on Upwell as well.
Okay.
She
Is the
can come
AI
with
done
us.
charging? Can we go?
We'll say about 2 minutes has passed for now, so like, yeah, the AI could be done charging.
It
I'm
said 5
downloading.
if you want that info.
If it's done, if it needs to download, you probably got about 2 more minutes left.
Okay, yeah, I will.
Yeah,
I
let's
did
wait.
tell it to.
Okay.
In the meantime, Moat wants to have been checking up on their mask and trying to make sure that things work. It might be in a little bit of low power, but if it works, then fantastic. So checking on the health of the system is what Moat wants to do first.
Yeah, give me a computers or engineering check.
And actually, with that android up, Tetsu's going to go outside just
13,
enough to
goodness.
look around.
Okay. With a 13, there does seem to be like some slight things wrong with it, but you're chalking it up to not enough power to like actually run itself. It's like a computer with like overused RAM kind of thing. Like it just can't perform all of its abilities currently.
Battery low.
In that case, Moat will spend the rest of their time going through the spare mobile comm unit that they have and try to look up any information they can find about Rose Light shipment schedules to oh god, I forgot the name of the station.
Upwell.
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 You know, the only
Upwell,
reason
thank
I
you.
remembered it because I was like, it's above, it's up.
Well,
It's up.
Yeah.
It's up. Well,
So Moat will try to look up any information about deliveries or
Escape route.
expect areas that they might be able to go to secure some sort of transport. Nearby.
for sure. I'll say with the remaining 2 minutes, it's easy enough for you to find out that there's a delivery station nearby, and they seem busy enough by their schedule that like probably every 2 to 5 minutes you could get something.
If
Moat will then put on their mask and attempt to communicate that to the rest of the people.
Okay.
your voice like glitches slightly.
Is it a little bit glitchy?
I would say like every like 7th, 8th word like cuts in and out kind of, but that's it.
All right, guys. I think we might be able to get to this delivery station. It's a little far away.
Oh. All right, if Tetsu is replacing me, like I was looking around and then all this is happening, Tetsu kind of replacing me as the lookout. I'm going to go back to where the AI is and Moat and while it's finishing up, I'm just gonna kind of like look down at Moat and just say, "Are you all right?"
Fine. The mask is a little fuzzy at the moment, but yeah,
Well-
we're chill.
Yeah, well, we'll get it charged up and you'll be fine.
Thanks.
Of course. And I like go to pat your shoulder, but then I don't. And then I just go back to the.
There's like half of the face is showing and like half of the eyebrow raises with this, and then it just kind of goes back to whatever the neutral is.
Look, I know that
Can't
was hard
imagine.
on you. You sacrificed your mask to keep the AI going, and thank you. Just raises the eyebrow again. Anyways, I'll go back to the AI, and then since you don't need the mask anymore, I'll take it if that's cool when it's done.
You mean the AI?
Yeah, the box.
Or the box, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You said
No,
I
I'll
thought you
take-
said mask, not box.
No, yeah, I'll
Yeah,
take your mask. I'll be
yeah.
like, all right,
Pick
thanks,
up
bye.
Mo.
Yeah.
All right. Anything anyone else is doing during this time? Obviously, Ninal and this android who tells you her name is Esne is there.
Aw.
So using my bright light, that's a 5 foot around me, and my like pretty good engineering roll I had before, I'm looking for the area that seems to have taken the least amount of damage, or that shouldn't, like that seemed to have taken better like care of itself than it should have in the explosion. Looking for like a safe or an armory. Like a place like this must have had some sort of defenses, and I don't know what's gonna come at us. I want to be armed to the teeth for when something goes down.
Free equipment.
Okay, give me
Bad looking.
using your engineering check. You'll get a +4. Give me a perception check.
Don't fuck it up.
How about
Don't
a 0?
fuck it
wow.
up.
How about a 0? And unfortunately, I don't have a hero point to re-roll it, so no.
Quick,
Ooh.
hero point. Aw.
Oof. Yeah. I mean, you rolled a 4, but you're kind of looking around. The only place that didn't take damage that should have is really the painting.
Yeah. Okay. In that
Take
case,
the painting.
can I flavor this as I was supposed to be looking around and I tried to, but my attention kept getting drawn to what Dr. Len was doing for
Sure.
narrative reasons.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And speaking of that, can I be looking in my bag to, get the thing out?
Yeah.
I guess I just open
very,
it up and like look in.
very similar to Tetsu. The first time you open it up, look in. There's nothing there. You watch like 6 of your items like just fall, like they were holding in space, and then they fall. We'll say you close it. You start to look away. It moves.
Well, I take everything like out of it that I can first, then I close it.
Wait. Dr. Len doesn't see technically with eyes. Does that matter?
I do have blind sense.
Okay. With your blind sense, you still don't think anything's there.
Damn it.
Interesting.
Okay, if I take everything out, then close the bag, does stuff start moving again?
Yeah, you feel like your whole bag moving. It's just like flopping along.
I open the bag but don't look in it yet, and just like kind of hold it away from me.
Okay. Still like now that everything's out of it, it should be a pure light bag, but you still feel like this 0.5, like half a pound weight in it.
I
Does Tetsu
turn it
see
upside
this?
down.
Oh,
Oh no!
Yeah, Tetsu sees it. You turn it upside down, and I'll say like you watch this phoenix fox begin to fall out, and
Tetsu
like
dies.
Tetsu dies. It gets about a foot from the ground, and then disappears.
Tetsu, did
careful
you
with
also
it.
have one of those?
Yes.
Whatever those. Yes. Okay. Is it
I
still
don't
in
know
your
where
bag?
it came from. Yes. Do you want me to hold your bag?
No, I don't want you to. He starts like putting stuff back in. I don't want you to hold my bag.
Oh.
Does this not concern you?
glitch the matrix.
When he closes the bag, does he feel
I
it
want
move
both.
again? Does it just re-enter his bag?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Tetsu's hand slowly reaches out for the bag.
Would you like to hold the bag?
Are you going to dump it again?
To see what
He
would
takes the
happen.
bag.
Yeah.
Do we
doesn't like resist to let
we
him
just
carry
have
it.
pocket foxes? Like,
Yes.
Pocket foxes.
Tetsu.
Everybody, I will say
Foxes.
everybody that saw it begin to fall out. Give me a life science check real quick.
I was
Tetsu
definitely looking at my
17.
natural one. 3.
Nice.
6 and a 3.
We know where all
I'm waiting
eyes
on
and flux
Dr.
going
Lin.
tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dr. Lin too?
apparently.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I assumed you meant everyone else for some reason.
Oh, I can
16.
do one too, right?
Yeah, everyone that was watching, like Dr. Lin
16.
dumped it out. So basically anyone that would have seen this thing.
Yeah, 16.
Okay. 17, 16, 16. So Zeha, Dr. Lin, and Tetsu. You guys know these things are called squoxes?
Excuse me?
Squoxes. Phoenix foxes. They're basically a fox and a squirrel.
Oh, adorable.
Oh,
They usually have kind of red, orange, grayish, white, brown type of fur, all
It's
kind of
just all
mixed
the
throughout
colors.
them. Well, it's like mixed all throughout them, like calico type almost.
Mhm.
These are very, for you three, I will say, these are very specifically smaller than normal ones, which lead you to believe that they are like bought and
Babies?
trained as pets kind of things.
Ah.
Not even babies. Like these are very purposely pets. Like they're not wild squoxes.
They're
They were bred.
minis.
On top of that, none of you have any idea why they could disappear ever. Like it's not a squox thing.
Oh,
So they're genetically modified squoxes.
you
There's
don't
some.
know that.
Who knows?
They're
Tetsu
they're
holding-
glitch squoxes. The one in Dr. Lin's bag has a name tag that says Jim.
Oh.
Oh.
stream sniper. I start beating my bed.
I squished the bag accidentally. No.
Wait, it has a name tag
Yeah.
that says Jim on it, but we will never see that name tag, so we'll never know.
We saw it
True.
briefly as it fell out.
yeah, the flash. Perfect.
Tetsu's gonna take the bag from him and holding both bags like carefully. He's walking outside to just start scanning the sidewalk, occasionally like sticking a hand in the bag to like pet one of the foxes and just keep him calm.
Okay. Yeah, it works. If you're not looking in, you begin to pet them, it works.
Yeah.
They are very soft. They're probably like the softest thing you've ever felt. Like those super fluffy throw blankets kind of thing.
Alpaca.
All right,
Oh,
so
they're
he's
like
Alpaca
chinchillas.
soft.
Yeah. Yeah,
Make
they're
us
like
slippers
chinchilla
off.
alpaca soft.
Amazing.
Do you want a
For-
perception roll or no? We good?
What are you trying to do anything besides pet them?
he's
Oh yeah,
like-
you're
No,
like
no.
watching out.
Yeah, I'm just idly petting them as I'm looking around outside.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Ooh, 23. It's my one good
Okay.
skill that land doesn't take.
You are looking around and you still don't see anybody coming currently.
Good.
All right. I think at this point, if everybody's okay with it, unless somebody has something to do, let's just go.
Yeah.
Like,
Mode will help
we
route
waiting on
everybody
you.
to the delivery station.
You're looking for like docks or space docks.
Yeah, he found them and he's just I think he's gonna lead you guys or they're gonna lead you guys there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. You guys on foot, it was about 3 minutes away, so if you really want to try to get a car, it'd probably take longer even. So like on foot, you go in there, you have the AI system who says that they captured all of the data that you could have wanted from that Starfinder study from the Dreamer's Lodge, that everything I had access to. You make it to this storage place where a bunch of just androids and Yosokis are kind of talking back and forth. They're loading up things. You see it's literally like clockwork. Like every 2 minutes, there's a transport leaving. And you assume most, if not all of them, to Upwell.
Okay.
Does it look like something we can just get on, like as like a public service thing, or is it like we have to talk to somebody?
You
Hitching
have to
rides on
pay.
FedEx
It's
trucks.
it's like not legal. like to ride with cargo kind of thing, but they all
Got
take the
ya.
extra credits. And I will say, as y'all walk up, and then I'll kind of like holds a credit stick up. And actually, we skipped over a lot of this, so I'll say, you guys make sure Esne's okay. She's gonna stay there. She's gonna make sure like everything's
Oh.
fine with the
Mhm.
place.
Tetsu's gonna try
and
to have her come with.
you want to try to have her come with?
I would
Yeah,
warn
he
her
figures
that something went down at the Silver Drake, and they are going to be looking for things.
Yeah, they weren't the only one who were attacked, so
this
It'd
is
be
Okay.
not a
dangerous.
safe place.
I'll say upon that, you guys might have to spend an extra 2 or 3 minutes to help her like destroy some final like computers, and she enters a code on the back wall. Basically looks like she's erasing a bunch of stuff.
The AI should
That'd be
have
big copies
removed a
of.
lot as well.
Do you tell her that?
No.
Okay. She's entering a code on the back
Yep,
wall.
yep, no, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh no, I needed all your stuff. I got it right here.
yeah.
And actually,
Go ahead.
it's skipping forward again, so I can wait. But at some point when they're like all going to like get the transport or whatever, I have the AI like tucked away so that it's obviously not in plain sight. All that good stuff. I will kind of like be with my back to everybody, like keeping an eye out. If I can have some space, I do want to tell the AI to not share the information that it found with Ninal if she requests anything until we have had a chance to go through it, and to also stay quiet until we're on the ship.
Shut
I
your
do not
mouth.
like being disrespected like this.
I do not know who Ninal is, but I can code you as my only access user, if you wish.
Would I be able to add users later on?
Yes.
Then yes, please.
Okay.
Mm,
You are now the only one that has access to me.
sus.
Killer.
No, it's safe.
Turd.
It's safety. It's safety because of the Farron that's coming after us. So
Yeah.
now ain't nobody
sus.
can use this.
Little sussy.
You just gotta kill Zeha, and nobody can get access.
That's fair. Killing her isn't that hard.
No, it's really not. I already have radiation sickness. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die of radiation.
Perfect. Perfect.
The passcode is. Bleh.
Blah. All right. As you guys all walk up, though, you watch Ninal. Like she seems a little more like the longer you guys have been at a gunfight, she's getting more and more confident back in her own boots. And you watch her just walk up. She goes, 15 credits up, well. And like almost immediately, you guys are like jumped on somebody. Like you see an android rush up, take her up for that, and you guys all have a storage transport to right up there.
Fuck yes.
Do we get to the ship? Are we skipping to getting the ship, or
Yeah, we'll say we skip to get to the ship. All of you are boarding up on the ship, getting ready to take off. Like it's not super rushed, like you're making sure you make no mistakes, but it's also you're not taking your time because you imagine you think somebody's
Mhm.
coming after you. At least that's what you've said so far.
And we have like an hour, so we don't want to like waste extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, an hour for the AI, but you guys have also said multiple times you think the Farron is coming. So
Yeah, no.
Well, we don't know. Like, it could be whoever the Vesk is working
It's the
for.
perfect combination of like, there might be someone
So many
coming after us. We don't have like all the time in the world. Let's just go.
Yeah.
The invisible people could have been on our tails this
The
whole
invisible
time.
people have been there and listening the whole time. They know the code to the box.
once
Yeah.
once we get on the ship, though, Tetsu is going to look at Ninal as like everybody is. I think Aizen's the pilot. As Aizen's going up to like prepare to start the ship, and is going to kind of step in front of her and just say, "Are there any other aspects of your mission that are interfering with our own?"
excuse me.
Our job is
think-
to protect you, and you did not tell us the things we needed to know to protect you.
I want to make sure that we're on our way. Like we're moving.
We're on the ship.
Yes.
You're,
I'm
everyone's
actively-
basically starting to boot up. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going to.
this is as Aizen's booting up the ship.
Yeah.
Yes, I will pause then, and I will say, he does have a good point. Nanal. However, if you don't mind, coordinates first.
Sure, should be easy enough. We're going to Absalom Station.
Okay.
Unless, and you see her kind of like think for a second. She like waves her arms out wide as in like being kind of confident and cocky. You all want in the Starfinder Society, right?
Yes, I'll answer for everybody. Like, sure.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Len nods.
Eisen is keeping his back turned to her on purpose of like, don't turn around, don't do the stupid thing.
Start
Well,
the ship.
It's completely your choice, obviously, but I've dealt with the Starfinder Society a lot. You take me back to Absalom Station, I'll pay you, we'll go our ways. I don't know if they'll take you. You do, however, know a moon and where the distress signal came from.
And you're willing to be along for the ride for that?
Sure, you've protected me for now, and I'm more than happy to find out some stuff and not pay you.
How far away is the moon, Eisen, from here?
He'll like open the chart and spout whatever number he needs to spout.
You would know it's not very far. Absalom Station you'll probably drift travel to Absalom Station, just because Absalom Station. So for those who don't know of lore, Absalom Station is the only place you can drift travel from anywhere very quickly. It is basically like it has the Starstone in it, and it acts as a very huge drift beacon. And so like you could be anywhere in the galaxy, 100,000 light years away, and drift travel there in a couple of days.
That explains the home base feel of it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically. But it would probably take about as long to go to Absalom Station as it would normal travel to the moon. Like it's not very far. It's less than a day away because it's a moon of Leovara.
Fine.
We can go to the station, the moon after, but we have a job, and we're endangering the job by taking her elsewhere.
Look, get us out of this place. Get us out of Upwell, and just start moving away. I just want to be clear before we have a longer conversation. And I look at
Agreed.
it.
I have plenty to say right now.
So I would basically we all need rest, and we could at the very least take
I
a
don't
night
think we
for
have time
ourselves.
to rest.
Well, no, it will take a
Isn't
half
it like
day no
a
matter where
drift,
we're
like-
going.
Tetsu,
Right.
Yeah.
Tetsu, I need you to take a good look in the mirror. You need to rest.
I understand I need rest. That's why we need to go to Absalom Station and not some other mission that we are not assigned to. We have a job. They're going to be upset if we don't do the job, if we risk the person we are protecting.
She is
And
the
she is not
job.
telling us. She is the job who we need to get safe, not take to another dangerous place. If we have
She's
another
just-
job after this, that is fine.
She's just standing there smiling.
All right. Assuming that Eisen has set course and we're at the very least leaving and going at least like half, like just into space or whatever.
Yeah. I've gotten us into space so that if anything pursues us, I can fly away.
Yeah, I assume we're not just sitting around. Like,
Sure,
we
sure,
don't need to
sure.
sit
No.
while we talk.
No.
Len kind of folds his tentacles as like all this is going on. Naynal, what's your game here? What do you want on the moon? This is just some kind service to us for helping you out so much, or?
I particularly don't want anything from the moon, but I do know that you've acquired what I came for, what the Starfinder Society wants, and
Why do you want
honestly
to undercut your boss?
I don't want to undercut anybody, but you did your job honestly very well. I fully expected to be kidnapped, and if this helps you get into the Starfinder Society, then I have some inside people.
You said that we have
Can
something
I-
the Starfinder Society wants. And I hold up the black box.
That was the
This is
mission.
not part of the job. Not
Unfortunately,
But then
if we want that thing to stay alive, we're going to have to. It's going to get sacrificed.
That's fine. This is their ship.
is it actually their ship? When we got it, they said something that like about the ship itself. Is it actually owned by the Starfinder
It was an
Society?
old
or is-
Starfinder ship.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's
But does that mean that it's still Starfinder or like was?
Right.
I mean, you guys can do some research into that if you want, but by her saying that and knowing it's an old Starfinder ship, you assume all like papers and rights are Starfinders.
Okay, that's what I was. All right.
Is it the Starfinder ship? Would it be if there was a AI that took over the ship? Is it still the Starfinders?
I imagine they'd want it back.
I can't afford to make them enemies.
That's fine. Nobody wants
Neither-
to make the Starfinder Society an enemy. No. Why didn't you tell us?
That has nothing to do with the moon.
The moon is your choice. We just found that out. I clearly didn't know that would happen. And then she looks to Zeha. As far as why I didn't tell you, you knew what you needed to.
No,
We
we
did
didn't.
not.
Because when we got there,
Yes, you did.
did
Protect
for
me,
our
get me
job.
out, get me somewhere.
if I just protected you, if all of us just protected you and got you out, you would not have this box, which you said was your mission.
That is because somebody else failed their job.
And
That's
I
what
see
it,
will
must
cut in
know
there.
other people's jobs.
Yeah, Eisen will second that. That's what I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with not being told about a secondary job. I have a problem with cleaning up other people's messes.
Well, what-
I have
say
a
as well.
problem not knowing.
You
should've
cleaned it
told
up
us there was
voluntarily.
something.
You cleaned it up voluntarily, and may I say, amazingly. But you weren't asked to.
okay,
You actually did ask me, but that's pedantic at this point.
look, we're going to attach the AI to this ship so it's powered, and we don't lose it, because obviously that is somehow related to the mission. You're saying, Nanal, that if we come back with this AI, that is not enough? That is not enough to give us good terms and potential hiring or whatever everyone's goals are?
I don't know. I'll put in a good word. You've performed quite admirably. I just know that the Starfinder Society is very big on exploration and saving their own history.
Yes,
Uh,
but
that
we
is
can
their
go
hidden-
to
real-
Absalom.
Real quick, I wanted to say, as Zeha had mentioned attaching the AI to the ship, she would have heard Moat's voice in her head again. This time they're bypassing the speech of the mask to speak directly. Let's download the data and wipe it from the AI before attaching to the ship. We don't want it to get there.
Can't respond to you, can I?
Not that I'm
No.
aware of.
You see me kind of
don't.
shake my head.
Uh,
How dare.
Tetsu's just gonna say, we can do this trip to the moon after we go to Absalom. There's no reason to risk. I am hurt. Your mission is to get safe. You do not need to be risked. We need to complete the mission, and then we can do the other thing.
It'll take no time at all to get back to Absalom Station. Let's rest and then decide. Let's talk.
You steer.
That's- It
Sure,
will
give
take
out
no
like
time
that.
to get to Absalom Station. Let's go there now, rest there, and come back.
You see her give like a very small nod, and she's like, I just brought up a point. I have no care to go to the moon if you guys wish to go to Absalom. I'm in your stead. Let's go.
Tetsu,
Wait.
Tetsu.
w-
It does not take it doesn't take long to get to Absalom, but it takes time to get back. And if that moon is under any attack, that's the chance gone.
Or locked down by the time we get
That's
back.
what I was going to say, yes.
About
I don't think we have time.
Why don't you send the word to the station that we completed the mission and are on the way back? And
Perfect.
then we can do other things.
We could always report it, to be fair. Why don't we?
All right. I'm connecting the AI. Ninal, why don't you go retire and send word to Absalom Station?
You would like me to?
You're alive. It's the best way to show that you're alive.
Okay. Shall I tell him we will be there very soon? Or a little less than soon?
Just
Tell
that
them
we're
about the
headed
moon
back.
and ask them. We should ask them. It's worthwhile to ask.
We are nearby. Ask, yeah, sure.
I was always told ask forgiveness.
I mean, if the Starfinder Societies has a project, as Esne mentioned, then it's probably in their interests, and we are probably one of the closest people to that moon. So, let's ask. If they don't want us, then we're not doing it. Like, we're doing this for the Starfinder Society, so if they want us to do it, we'll do it. If they don't, then there's no reason for us to.
Agreed.
Sure. I'll report back.
Aizen
do
specifically
not
gives a
keep
look
secrets.
to Moat in that moment.
I told her to, like, go retire. Like, go back to your room.
Yeah. Yep, and she heads that way.
Okay, soon as she's gone, I'm attaching the AI.
Okay. Very similar. You bring the AI up to the computer mainframe. This time you watch like 6 different HDMI cord looking tentacles kind of pop out of the AI. They like find places to connect in, and you watch this black box just kind of settle down on top of your kind of globish computer mainframe.
Bum, bum, bum. Looking at it, is it like, does it look fully integrated, or is there like a proper way to integrate it so it's not just like this box sitting on top that someone can break?
It looks, for all intents and purposes, currently fully integrated. Like, you can't imagine any other way to integrate it. And you hear,
Connection successful. I am Grace.
Grace. Ooh.
Change voice pack.
What does that stand for?
Grace stands for General Robotic Artificial Computers Expert.
Ooh. All right, how many bucks that you just made that up on the spot?
0.
Damn.
And what do you do, Grace? That's not suggested by your name.
Sorry, that information is classified.
Graceful.
I'm
Is
sorry,
there
what was
nothing
the
you
acronym
asked?
again?
On my behalf?
Wait, sorry, what did Moat say?
What was the acronym again?
The acronym is GRACE, GRACE, and then it is General Robotic Artificial Computers Expert.
Okay. Then what did you say, Dr. Lin?
He asked if you could ask on his behalf. As you seem to be its handler, perhaps it'll respond better.
Well, while we have a moment without Ninal, Moat, I heard you, but I didn't think there was really a way to download it without first connecting it.
Pardon?
They
Well,
wanted.
my mask can handle significant amounts of data, so there was that.
Yeah, I don't know what is and isn't the safest right now. We have a lot of information about the Starfinder Society here, and about potentially we can learn about the project if that's what they want from us, but I wanted to check in with everybody. We're going to rest. We're going to start heading in the direction of the moon because it can't hurt until we hear back, and then we'll just stay in stasis for the night. We're not going to move. We're going to rest.
We can at least get to orbit if need be. It
Sure.
wouldn't be hard to divert afterwards.
I just want to...
Wait, we're brushing over something. Starfinder Society data? What are you talking about? What sort of data?
Yes.
She made a copy of everything.
I took the information
Why?
because Nanal was keeping information from us. and I wanted to make sure that the Farron didn't get any left behind.
You use the Farron's AI to steal data from the Pathfinder or the Starfinder Society.
And that's where I'm curious as well. Who and what is this AI and where it originates from? Because it sounds like the Starfinder Society just tried to steal something. Unless it wasn't
didn't
the Farrons.
sound like it. They did attempt to.
Unless it
Sounds
wasn't
like
the
they
Farrons
succeeded too.
to begin with.
From Tetsu's understanding of the Starfinder Society, they don't like that's not typically their thing is to like steal tech and this kind of stuff, right? As far as he's aware.
Yeah, the Starfinder Society, from like that all of you know of, at least on the surface that you've heard of, is not an inherently evil like corporation. Their main goal is to figure out what happened with the Gap and Galarian.
Right.
Other than that, they're upholding to nearly every, if not all, laws.
Grace, do you recall if you were anywhere prior to the blah, blah, blah.
Silver Drake.
Thank you. I was like bronze dragon. I couldn't think of it. Were you in any location prior to the Silver Drake?
Not that my memory recollects. Currently, I feel that I have been attached to this Silver Drake, you say, and then with you.
Okay.
What information do you hold? What type of information? Or what is your purpose?
Classified.
Would you like the information I downloaded?
What information did you have prior to download?
Sorry, that information is classified.
By who?
Why will you not answer me?
Sorry, who is also classified. I won't answer because that information is classified.
Grace,
Yes.
can you share your purpose?
Yes, my purpose is a general robotic artificial computers expert. That
Eisen
is
looks
what I am
over
built for.
at Zeha and quirks like a stony eyebrow.
I believe that's what she said her name was in the first place.
I can help your ship and the computers and the power. You hear like a glitch.
Grace,
You hear like a glitch. Sorry.
Grace, are you okay? What was that glitch?
Glitch. I am unsure of what you speak.
I turn to everybody.
What?
Are we trusting to
What
fully integrate
functions
this?
can you help with?
The computers.
Moat will run down to engineering and check on power levels for the ship. Try to check the systems and see if they're at top function or if there is a significant drain.
Power
Yeah,
levels seem to.
Tetsu's-
Go ahead.
Sorry. Tetsu's just asking the same question again to see if the same response with the same glitch happens again.
Okay. Power levels, Moat, as you kind of run down there, they seem to be operating at about 110%. And you hear Tetsu, the same response without the glitch.
Without.
Without the glitch.
I'm gonna say, Grace, can you run a self-diagnostics and make sure that there's not any area that may have been damaged as you were transferred?
Yes. Self-diagnostics beginning. Would
While
you
that's
like...
happening, Eisen, I assume like you moved to the captain chair, Zeha, depending on like where this all is.
Yes, but let the computer finish.
Oh.
Let's let Eisen finish real quick.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm standing in front of the mainframe.
then yes, I will have set the computer on autopilot at this point so that I can actually be part of the conversation without like yelling back or being over comms, because I don't want like possibly Nanal to be hacking into this.
Yeah. And as all this is going on, you guys are kind of being you're watching Grace, and like you see these just the same blue and pink and red lines that have been going over the black box begin going kind of over your computer frame. You get the sense that Grace is running a self-diagnostic, and probably about 2 minutes into it, you hear,
During self-diagnostic, I have found that there is someone approaching quickly.
and you guys hear kind of this like whoop whoop like going off behind you, and that's where we're in the session.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
I knew it.
No, fuck.
I knew it. You turd.
Yeah.
Oh my god, did I make the wrong mistake by telling Nanal to go and talk to somebody on her own? She called the cops.
Probably. Yes, exactly.